Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of What's New here at JB Prince. I'm trying to be less Brooklyn today and keep my hands on my side and not move around too much because as you see in front of me, we have a lot of new cutlery or new knives that we're going to talk about. It's something that some of the staff members here are super passionate about. You could probably include me in that mix. I think it's one thing that most chefs love. To talk about, collect, use, utilize, whatever word or a descriptor you want to apply to it. But here they are. All of this selection that's here in front of me are from Japan. The vast majority of things that we see chefs liking or utilizing in the kitchen nowadays has kind of shifted from some of the more European shapes or European ideals into this Japanese style of cutlery. The thing I'm really most excited about, or lots of things I'm excited about here, there's actually three styles, or if you will, or categories of knives that are kind of sort of exclusive to us here at JB Prince, with some manufacturers that we've worked with directly in Japan, and we'll go through all of them for you in a moment. But here we go. So I'm going to start here on the left side with two knives that we have in front of me, and the first one here is from a company that we've been working with for a while, and you've probably seen me do some videos in the past. This is Makusta, Zanmai Makusta to be more specific. They have been in our line for a few years now. We have created an excellent working relationship with this factory in Japan, and because of that we've been able to do some customization, if you will, or some knives that are exclusive here to JB Prince. The one that I'm holding in my hand is something that we have in our lineup. We've had it in two styles prior. We have a white colored handle, which is stock to us. We also last year did a very special edition kind of blue marbled style handle, and this year we continue with that tradition. Excuse me, my scratchy nose here. We're offering you something super duper cool, and hopefully cameraman can come in close and you can get an idea of that pattern. It's what we're referring to here as Sandstorm. It's a very, very kind of earthy tone. It has really cool kind of striations or patterns, if you will. It has almost a little bit of a metallic fleck in it, some green and some gray, and it's a really beautiful, earthy, kind of something different, standout kind of a knife. The blade construction is molybdenum vanadium, which makes it a stainless steel knife. Like in a lot of the chef knives that Makusta does, they do this awesome kind of sort of recurve, if you will. You see that kind of curve. I hope you guys can pick up on that out there. And that just gives you a little bit more comfort when you're kind of sort of pinch gripping or when this finger goes underneath. And that's kind of sort of what I mean by a pinch grip. Many of you know that. They also modify the bolster here and really taper it a lot. I'm going to hold the knife here to also help you out with that pinch grip. I don't know if the cameraman's getting that. We good? All right, cameraman, awesome job. So there it is, molybdenum vanadium. We're doing this one in three styles. This happens to be the one in my hand. Is a 210 millimeter chef's knife, which comes in at about 8.2 inches. We're also doing it in 240, which I don't have here in front of me. That's closer to 9.4 inches. We're doing the petty style as well, which is kind of sort of a baby chef's knife, if you will, or utility knife, which a lot of our chef friends love. Again, same style handle, and this one's at about 5.9 inches. The nice part is this time around we've listened to the outcries. When you buy any of the knives in this series, it includes a saya, so you guys will have a protective wooden cover that's specific to the size of this knife. So the price again includes the saya this time around. The last time we did a really nice gifty box. We've kind of moved away from the gifty box. Sorry, I'm trying to get this to balance. Moved away from the gifty box and give you something a little bit more utilitarian. We happen to think it's awesome. We love it. It's beautiful. We hope you enjoy it too. It's there. It's holiday time. Ask Santa Claus. These things will be here for you. We also have picked up yet another line. I'm actually going to go to the extreme other side. In the same series with lots of similar properties with a slightly upgraded steel, or big upgraded steel I should say, we've done the same series of knives, again 240 millimeter chef, 210 millimeter chef. And I believe, oh man, I forget my millimeters when it gets to the petty. I know the American side. Well, either way, 5.9 inch petty, 8.2 inch chef's knife, and 9.4 inch chef's knife. Those are right here on the extreme other side. They're the same blade style, the same blade shape. This time you get a 33 layer Damascus on the outside with a VG10 core and yet another upgraded or different style handle. This handle has a slightly different cadence or a slightly different look. It has this kind of Star Warsy galactic feel. It's a black base color. It has some nice white speckle in it, some faint kind of royal blue, which I don't know if the camera's going to pick up on. It's super subtle, but it's really cool and beautiful. And then again, matching black lacquer textured saya included in the price for the knife. It's a really, really kind of, for me, awesome, beautiful looking combination, and a great performing knife. You know, past the looks, it is a performer. When I said before, again, 33 layer, kind of sort of Damascus rolled steel with a VG10 core. VG10 is one of those kind of boutique-y, popular steels that you find in Japanese cutlery. Slightly better edge retention than some of the other things that are available, and just awesome and really beautiful. So again, two completely new series of knives in terms of handle color, giving you that kind of custom, exclusive to JB Prince feel, which we love. We're really super happy that this factory has opened up its kind of doors to us and allowed us to work with them. And to go one further, on their own, this is not an exclusive to JB Prince. I haven't seen this handle color around too much in the United States, but something that we just recently got in stock, and there's two knives in this series. Also, again, from Zanmai Makusta, is what they refer to as their Revolution series. Now, this thing is very different handle-wise, or a real big departure from what you typically see. It's what they would call a Deca, or 10-sided handle. It's a green linen micarta. Linen micarta is basically kind of a layering of fabric that's been embedded in resin. Makes the handle a lot more stable. And what I mean by stable, it doesn't react to moisture quite as much. They do this kind of cool white spacer here to separate the silver and the bolster from the green handle, giving it a little bit more, accentuating it a lot more. I don't know if you're picking up kind of on that subtle, soft, D-shaped curve there. Kind of sort of makes it a little bit more comfortable to grip. They put a mosaic pin, which is basically a fancy term for a decorative rivet or pin to hold the kind of sort of handle material on and keep that also from moving, an extra layer of protection. If you look at the blade itself, which I'll hold out there, this one happens to be a 210 millimeter chef knife. It has this very interesting sanmai or layered steel kind of line or etch or look to it. Really, really, really attractive. The steel on this one happens to be SPG2. Say that fast a few times. Which is a powdered steel, super duper hard. I believe the Rockwell hardness on this comes in something like 61, which makes it really, really, really hard steel, super thin behind the edge. Just a beautiful knife, really something interesting, comfortable in the handle. They've kind of, I think, hit upon something with this Decagon shape. Again, a departure from the norms of what you'd see, but a real beautiful, beautiful knife that's coming from them. Also another one from Japan. The other one we have in that series, and I'm probably going to butcher the pronunciation of this, but I'm going to try my hardest, is a kiritsuke, which is really a marriage of a Japanese vegetable knife and a slicer. Really unique, interesting shape, kind of sort of straight through the back with a little belly towards the front. This really kind of interesting tip construction. Again, fitted on the same exact handle, same exact high quality powdered steel. Just a really, really something a little bit different. Maybe again, Santa Claus, if you're listening, for all our chef friends out there. Maybe it's not just Santa Claus. Maybe somebody wants a Hanukkah gift or whatever it is that you tend to celebrate this time of year. I got a kid, so he's got Santa on the brain, so it's on my brain. So those are those three series, again, all from Zanmai. Last, we're going to go into something that we have never had before, or really do a very limited amount of, And something that I just kind of sort of found out this morning, which is even adds a little bit to the flavor, is that we are the first people to have these knives in the United States. So we kind of sort of for now have a de facto exclusive. We have two more traditional style knives from a company called Nigara Forging, which is in Japan. They literally just landed today. I put my marketing guy in a headlock this morning to make sure that he got this up so we can include it in today's kind of sort of what's new here at JB. And I'll show you the first one really quickly. And it is a Damascus Santoku. The steel is Ginsan. Again, I'm probably butchering some pronunciations here, so you guys can beat me up about that later. Which is a kind of sort of a stain-resistant Japanese steel, sick Damascus pattern, and almost looks like a series of tree rings, fingerprints from some alien. I don't know, it could be a number of things, but many of you I know are familiar with the Santoku style. This is a really traditional kind of octagon handle. I believe the handle, let's see, I got some cheat sheets here, sorry. Let's see, number one. It is an ebony handle with a buffalo horn ferrule. So meaning this is ebony wood and this is natural buffalo horn. Really just beautiful craftsmanship. We're really super excited to have these. We have a really limited number. Believe it or not, we ordered these about 7.5 months ago and they just came today. So it's not something that is mass produced. It's not something that you find every day. It is quite literally made by hand from start to finish, and it takes them quite a long time to do. The next one that I'm going to show you is, oh, I'm sorry, and I think that size is 185 millimeters, which I believe is about 7 inches. So it's a kind of a typical Santoku size. And for all of you who just need a little bit of an education, a Santoku is kind of a marriage of a couple of different knives. It's as if a chef's knife and a vegetable knife kind of sort of had a baby. It's the easiest way for me to quickly describe it. And you arrive at this knife, which is a great veg knife and a great small kind of slicing knife. It's gotten really, really popular in the last couple of years, but that's enough of that. Next in the series, again from Nigara, exclusive here to JB Prince. First one in the United States to have these is a Yanagi, which is basically a traditional sashimi knife. We have this one in two sizes, 240 millimeter and 270 millimeter. This is a white number 2 steel, which is a really, really kind of sort of popular Japanese steel. It is carbon, it is not stain resistant. Again, with that awesome kind of sort of Damascus pattern that they wrap around the front, ebony handle, again, buffalo horn ferrule, super duper sexy. Single edged, you have to take care of it, you'd have to oil it, you'd have to wipe it down, but something that again is maybe not for everyone, but if you're looking for something special, if you want to kind of sort of get into some fish prep, if you're looking for a 6 slicer to add to your kit, this might be that knife for you. It's really, really beautiful. On the back side, they don't do a full wrap of the Damascus, they kind of sort of just expose it, giving it this really interesting, like kind of intricate drip pattern into the sea of black. Super duper attractive, beautiful, beautiful knife. Again, two sizes, 240 millimeter and 270 millimeter. And that's what we got today. That is our newest, our latest and greatest in knives. We're super excited to have all of these things. We hope you're super excited to see all of them. And we think they'll make for great holiday gifts. Really put a smile on your chef's face. Maybe you want to get a gift for somebody in your staff who you really love, who's taking care of you as much as you're taking care of them, and they just need that something special. Maybe this is for them, maybe it's not. In addition to all of these awesome knives, we just put out an email, we just put out a link on our website to 12 totally different gift ideas. It's kind of sort of all over the map, admittedly, but it's things that we have talked about in several of the Facebook Lives over the last couple of months, couple of weeks, or whatever else have you. One of them that's included in there is the all-new Grey Kun spoon with the satin moon dust finish, this awesome bronze spoon. with this really cool soft powdered finish. We got Smoking Gun 2 in there, or Smoking Gun Pro, the new one. Not a huge departure from what we had before. You can take it apart, you can clean it. Super duper awesome. Our very own Roni apron from Shaperin, that's included in that list. That's one of those specialty things that I think people are sleeping on. Once you put that Roni on, you'll probably never turn back. Os Ion Flaming Skillet. This is an oldie but goodie, and becoming more and more popular in the pastry world is Silpain. Not Silpat, everybody, Silpain. Probably a lot of you have seen pastry things that have this kind of very cool linen texture. That is coming from a product that was made by DeMarl probably 30 years ago at this point, that was designed for bread baking originally. It's basically a porous Silpat. It allows air to pass through, gives things a really cool bake. Silpain is on there. The new cookbook from State Bird Provisions, which we are just kind of sort of in love with, we threw on there. And there's lots of other books that have just come out. Our dear friend Wally Dufresne has just dropped a cookbook. There's Modernist Bread. I mean, there's so many things going on. For you cocktail freaks, we have that very, very cool weighted sphere maker. We have a link to Henkelmann vacuum pack machines, some sizes that we have never had before that might be a little bit more friendly in your home or friendly in a smaller situation. We have chef case bags on there. We have a link to these knives on there. Paco Jet 2 lives on there. It's a little bit of a wish list item, but we think it's that awesome that people should stretch and maybe think about adding it to their repertoire in their restaurant. If you're really, really balling, put it in your house. I don't know. That's up to you entirely. And then one of the last things we have on there, which is really, really on trend, is this cool series of molds from Pavoni in Italy called Tutti Frutti. Say what you want about the name. It's this awesome series of molds that allows you to make the likeness of fruits. Really, really cool stuff. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen similar things all over Instagram. And there's a link to that on our website. You will see those 12 gift ideas. Thank you so much for joining us today. We love you guys. I know a lot of you guys are out there sacrificing for the love of this craft and the love of your clients, because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. I know it's a heavy prep day, but we love you. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, however you choose to celebrate it. Thank you again. We'll see you again very, very soon. Don't eat too much turkey. Later.